नयन रंजना यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परियोजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अवैतनारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य सेवर द होल वर्ल्ड जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्रोग्राम की श्रील प्रभुपाद साइंटिफिक प्रीचिंग प्रोग्राम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna. All glories Srila Prabhupada and Gauranga. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshita. So we are going to read from where is Partha Puran? Which is the verse about Gadadhar? Hold the Bhagavatam or what? This is Bhagavatam? Okay, where is Bhagavatam then? Bhagavatam kahan hai? Silence. हरि कथा चल रहा है, आवाज मत करने का. Gadadhar, what's the description? Please find out. What is the thing? 4:17:35. 36 लिखा है, लिखे नहीं तो we will just do Chaitanya Charitamrita or what? हाँ, वो बोलने का वॉल्यूम 2 वो कितना कौन सा वाला? So कहाँ है आप गदाधर? You are supposed to find out before the class. Now we are just sitting and searching. What is the use? It is in the first volume, I think. They describe the Panchatattva. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Fine. 269. सरसिज दृषि देवे पावकी भक्ति रेखा नरक विधि निषन्ना आरिष्यति अवश्यम्. You have not written the Bhagavatam verse, you have not selected anything from the other thing. Now how am I going to do the class? For what? Come on. How you didn't write the Bhagavatam verse, you should write at least some Chaitanya Charitamrita verse. Otherwise how the class can be given? I'm going to select something and people didn't select. Where is it? It is in the first volume. This is volume 2. Haribol Prabhu. First volume में है. He is supposed to be the Pandit. क्या हो गया? 7:15. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, 7th chapter, Lord Chaitanya in 5 features. Reading from text 17 onwards. Gadadhar Panditadi Prabhura Shakti Avatar Antaranga Bhakta Kari Gananayanar. The devotees headed by Gadadhar Pandit are to be considered as incarnations of the internal potency of the Lord. They are confidential devotees engaged in the service of the Lord. Purport. In connection with verses 16 and 17, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains in his Anubhashya, there are specific symptoms by which the internal devotees and the unalloyed or pure devotees are to be known. All unalloyed devotees are Shakti Tattvas, or potencies of the Lord. Some of them are situated in conjugal love and others in filial affection, fraternity and servitude. Certainly all of them are devotees, but by making a comparative study, it is found that the devotees or potencies who are engaged in conjugal love are better situated than the others. Thus, the devotees who are in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in conjugal love are considered to be the most confidential devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Those who engage in the service of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Advaita Prabhu generally have relationships of parental love, fraternity, servitude and neutrality. When such devotees develop great attachment for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they too become situated within the intimate circle of devotees in conjugal love. This gradual development of devotional service is described by Sri Narottam Das Thakur as follows. Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite nayane babe nira Ar kabe nitai chan karuna koribe Samsara vasana mora kabe tucha habe Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha hobe mana Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha hobe mana Kabe hama herebo Sri Vrindavana Rupa Raghunada Pade Oibe Akuti Kabe hama bujabo Sri Jugal Priti. When will there be eruptions on my body as soon as I chant the name of Lord Chaitanya? And when will there be incessant torrents of tears as soon as I chant the holy names of Hare Krishna? When will Lord Nityananda be merciful toward me and free me from all desires for material enjoyment? When will my mind be completely freed from all contamination of desires for material pleasure? Only at that time will it be possible for me to understand Vrindavan. Only if I become attached to the instructions given by the 6 Goswamis, headed by Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, will it be possible for me to understand the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. By attachment to the devotional service of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one immediately comes to the ecstatic position. When he develops his love for Nityananda Prabhu, he is freed from all attachment to the material world, and at that time he becomes eligible to understand the Lord's pastimes in Vrindavan. In that condition, when one develops his love for the 6 Goswamis, he can understand the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna. These are the different stages of a pure devotee's promotion to conjugal love in the service of Radha and Krishna in an intimate relationship with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. यहाँ सबा लाना प्रभुर नित्य विहार यहाँ सबा लाना प्रभुरा कीर्तन प्रचार, यहाँ सभा लाना करे न प्रेम आस्वादान, यहाँ सभा लाना दान करे प्रेम dana. Translation. The internal devotees or potencies are all eternal associates in the pastimes of the Lord. Only with them does the Lord advent to propound the Sankirtana movement. Only with them does the Lord taste the mellows of conjugal love, and only with them does He distribute this love of Godhead to people in general. Purport. Distinguishing between pure devotees and internal or confidential devotees, Sri Rupa Goswami in his book Upadesamrita traces the following gradual process of development. One of many thousands of karmis, one is better. Out of many thousands of karmis, one is better when he is situated in perfect Vedic knowledge. Out of many such learned scholars and philosophers, one who is actually liberated from material bondage is better. And out of many such persons who are actually liberated, one who is a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is considered to be the best. So, out of many karmis, one is situated in Vedic knowledge, and out of many such Vedic scholars, one who happens to be liberated from material bondage is better, one who is liberated. And out of many such persons who are liberated, who are actually liberated, one who is a devotee of the Lord is the best. So, karma, and then Vedic knowledge, jnana, and then mukti, and then bhakti. Among the many such transcendental lovers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the gopis are the best, and among the gopis, Srimati Radhika is the best. Srimati Radhika is very dear to Lord Krishna, and similarly her pawns, namely Shamakund, Radhakund, are also very dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments in his Anubhashya that among the 5 tattvas, 2 are energies, Shakti Tattva, and the 3 others are energetic, Shaktiman Tattva. Unalloyed and internal devotees are both engaged in the favorable culture of Krishna consciousness, untinged by philosophical speculation or fruitive activities. They are all understood to be pure devotees, and those among them who simply engage in conjugal love are called Madhurya Bhaktas, or internal devotees. The loving services in parental love, fraternity and servitude are included in conjugal love of Godhead. This is very important. The loving service in Vatsalya Rasa, Sakya Rasa and Dasa, right? Rasa, are included in conjugal love of Godhead. In conclusion, therefore, every confidential devotee is a pure devotee of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enjoys his pastimes with his immediate expansions, Nityananda Prabhu. Immediate expansion, Nityananda Prabhu. His pure devotees and his 3 Purusha incarnations, namely Karnodakashai Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu and Kshiroshai Vishnu, always accompany the Supreme Lord to propound the Sankirtana movement. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्यादेशितारिणे श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So thank you very much for inviting me to speak on the appearance day of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. So, as it is being described here, the 3 personalities in Panchatattva, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya are Shaktiman, and Gadadhar Pandit and Srivas, they are Shakti Tattva, and Gadadhar is representing the internal pleasure potency, and all the devotees who were with Gadadhar Pandit and who were engaged in service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were also expansions of the internal potency, and internal potency is Srimati Radharani, and then Shakti Tattva, represented by Srivas and all the devotees following him, Srivas Adi, they are devotees, and so he is taken to represent Narada Muni also, who is the foremost devotee in this world, who is engaged in preaching all the time. And Prabhupada also describes in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means the Panchatattva. That is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is simultaneously one and different from Panchatattva. So the Panchatattva includes Lord Chaitanya, but Lord Chaitanya is actually descending in the form of the five Tattvas. These are all very difficult things to understand, and therefore both Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they are describing how to get to this process. I mean, the highest stage, and that is a gradual process. Just like if you go into the ocean, you will never see the ocean suddenly become Gaira. It's a gradual thing. Suppose you go to a river or you go to a pond, you may be just walking and suddenly you can go down. But the ocean is always gradual, and it is very, very deep. In this way, the process of Krishna consciousness is very gradual. It's not only gradual, it's a very twisted path. Srila Rupa Goswami explains this just like the snake is moving. It's going backward and forward. So like that, the gati of Krishna consciousness is Sarpagati, it goes like that. And in the highest stage, that represents Milan and separation, and it goes like that. And in the lowest stage, when somebody is beginning to take to devotional service, it is in terms of Krishna consciousness and Maya, Krishna consciousness and Maya, Krishna consciousness and Maya. Just proceed like that. So we should not try to, out of turn, understand these higher topics. In the second chapter, canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada writes that those who are conditioned, that is all of us, or at least me, we should try to understand first the external energy of the Lord, and then try to enter the spiritual energy. So trying to understand the external energy of the Lord means trying to learn how to engage it in the Lord's service. That is a very, very difficult process. It's not so easy at all. And when we are firmly established on the path of engaging everything we have in Krishna's service, then one is supposed to be factually liberated. Jivan mukta sa uchyate. That means every aspect of our existence should be actually used in Krishna's service. That is very, very difficult. Very high position. But it can be achieved if we are fortunate and sincere. We should not artificially concoct, and we should never forget who is our real eternal well-wisher. When we try to follow Krishna consciousness according to how everybody is following, it is a sure, short method for wasting one's life. 100% certain that if you think, oh, this is how we should do it, this is how everybody is doing, that means we are not Krishna conscious at all. Sri Radha Parsadi Lalita Vishakha ji ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Wan ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnita ki jai. These are very, very difficult topics. So if we are actually interested in the progress in Krishna consciousness, then we should know without a doubt that unless we engage everything in Krishna's service materially, we cannot become liberated. And if we don't become liberated, we cannot become Krishna conscious. It's not possible. In Nectar of Devotion, right in the opening pages, Prabhupada writes that pure devotional service begins after one is liberated. So we should not artificially think that we are not after liberation. Lord Chaitanya has said, Mama Janmani Janmani Ishware. That's all right. But that doesn't mean life after life we will stay in the material world and enjoy the senses. No. It is said that, what is that? Mama Janmani Janmani Ishware Bhavatat Bhakti Rahaituki Tvai. Unalloyed. Prabhupada writes in the purport. Unalloyed devotees and pure devotees. Two things. Why is he saying two things? Pure devotees are also unalloyed. But there can be unalloyed devotees who are not yet pure, who have not yet entered the rasa. And these are unalloyed devotees because they have engaged everything in the material world in Krishna's service. Ahaituki. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishware Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahaituki Tvai. That Ahaituki Bhakti means, Hetu means cause, Ahetu means without cause, that means unmotivated. In the material world, everybody does something, expecting something for a cause, for a reason. Why I go to work, so I'll get salary. Why I get married, so I'll get some sense enjoyment. Why I get children, so that I can fulfill my desire to be a protector. Well, so many things. Everywhere it is there. I go to a tennis club, so I can... Always the enjoying propensity is there. Anandamayo Abhyasat. So, one becomes an unalloyed devotee when one actually is able to engage. So, we may not be interested in liberation in the sense of being liberated in Brahman. We may not be even interested in Sarupya, Samupya and all those four kinds of liberation. Or five if you include, Saijya, Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya and Sarushti. But we have to be liberated in order to do devotional service. That means even though I may be in the material world, I will engage everything in Krishna's service. Which means that in the progressive path of devotional service, one is actually coming to the stage of saying that I do not even want in the material world not only material enjoyment, but I don't even want liberation. But I will engage everything in Krishna's service, but that is also Vaishnava liberation. That state. That has to be achieved. And that cannot be achieved by, in Tamil we have a proverb, Kahavat, Gumbalodu Govinda. Everybody is going and go, in Tamil, So, if you go to Tirupati, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people going. They'll all say, Govinda, 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 Govinda. And everybody also saying, Govinda, Govinda. So, because he thinks, why are you calling Govinda? Somebody asked him, he said, I don't know, everybody is saying, so I also said. So, why are you doing devotional service? No, everybody is doing, so I am also doing. No. This is called Gumbalodu Govinda, and it will not work. The Krishna conscious path is an individual path. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada wrote once that, we want in ISKCON thoughtfully independent devotees. That is Srila Prabhupada's phrase. Thoughtfully independent. So everybody has got his own unique identity. And that will become more and more vihasit. It will become more and more visible when we strike our own path. We cannot be Gundalodu Govinda, every morning. That's all right. That is called Vaidhi Bhakti. But when you actually establish yourself in your Swarupa, even in the material world, then you can actually proceed to the next stages, the highest of which is to actually serve the Lord under the guidance of his internal potency, which means all the gopikas headed by Srimati Radharani. So Gadadhar Pandit represents that service. So this is not to say immediately, okay, I will now from now on meditate on how to, serve in the mood of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. It's very high. Just like somebody says you should do PhD to a baby. That's good, but that doesn't mean the baby should go and do PhD. He has to go to LKG, UKG. One day the goal is set. So the goal is that, but we don't even know what that is. Because in the material world, everything is there, that perverted reflection. So we got friendship, and we have got parents, and we have got, servants. And then we got neutral people. We walk on the street, there are so many people, they are neither friends nor enemies, neutral. And then you have wife. It's very confidential. So Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Raja Guhyam represents this confidential service of internal devotees headed by Gadadhar, who is an expansion of Srimati Radharani. And that service is most confidential. In other words, you can talk with your parents, and you have a relationship with parents in public and all that, but the relationship with the wife is private. But you can also have public dealings with wife, and that is of the same kind as father, mother, friend. So it is said that a wife can be a friend, a wife can be a mother, a wife can be fatherly, and the wife can also be a wife. So therefore, being a wife includes all this other. Therefore, this Gopika Bhav is called Sarva Bhav. Yomam evam asammudo janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajate mam sarva bhavena bharata. Sarva bhavena means in all bhavas included. That means that is a code word for Gopi Bhav. So sarva bhavena. So he says, one who actually understands me to the source of everything, he actually engages in my service in the mood of the gopis. Of this there is no doubt. That's the translation. That is very high platform. So we must always be thinking, how can I come to the platform of completely being unalloyed devotee of the Lord, which means everything to be engaged in Krishna's service. I remember when I was a young boy, when I was working in America, I think at that time I was working at GM, General Motors, and I remember one lunchtime, I still remember that, during lunchtime I will read Prabhupada's books. I had just come in touch with Krishna consciousness. And in one purport Prabhupada wrote that a pure devotee, whenever he sees a beautiful girl, he immediately sees, how can I engage this girl in Krishna's service? That is not the position. I was amazed. In other words, Prabhupada wrote that he is able to do that because one must be able to search out how the origin of everything is in Vishnu. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. That actually everything is coming from Krishna. He is the original form. That is a science. Form, the science of form is a great science. You see? It's a great science. So, suppose somebody says this is just a plastic object. And that is one way of seeing. And suppose you say this is a cell phone. Suppose you say it's a paperweight. That's another way of seeing. Suppose you say it's a cell phone. That's another way of seeing. Suppose you say this was a gift given by one devotee from Dubai. Gift. That's another way of seeing. It's all the same, But they are all different things also. Cell phone is different from this object. Don't think you understand it. It is not so simple. This object and cell phone are different. This can be destroyed, but cell phone will remain. Not only body, it is true that body can be destroyed, soul will live. Even this is like that. So science. We can talk about Gadadhar Pandit, internal devotee, internal potency. But all that has no meaning for us, but we don't know that. The amount of foolishness I can have is unimaginable. Because I read something, then I think I understand it. It is extraordinary foolishness. And if you don't get out of that foolishness, you can never become Krishna conscious. That is why that pure devotee in Srirangam, he was holding the book upside down. Now we may think, he doesn't know he's holding it upside down, but he may be holding it upside right and you still don't know anything. But he knew because he was crying, oh, Krishna is Supreme Lord, and he became driver for Arjuna. How great he is. And he was crying. So Lord Chaitanya embraced him. He said, you know Bhagavad Gita. So this is not a simple point at all, Krishna consciousness. Gumbalur Govinda means every day we come for program, we go, I distribute books, today and so distributed some. This is all fine. Fine. But this lead to something. What is that? That is liberation. And what is liberation? Liberation doesn't mean being, merged in Brahman. Liberation doesn't mean being with Krishna in Vaikuntha in different forms of liberation, Sarupya. And liberation doesn't mean going to Goloka and playing with Krishna and stealing Krishna's flute. No, we are stealing everything from Krishna already. We don't have to go to Goloka to steal. Now we have to give back. Stealing Krishna's flute is not required right now. Therefore Krishna said, Yat karoshi, yat juhoshi, yad ashnasi, dadasi, yat tat kurusha, madarpanam. He said, give me everything first, after that you can steal. Stealing, you are now expert, you have become. So, there is no need to steal Krishna's sandesh. There is no need to steal Krishna's flute, but we should give everything back to Krishna. That is a very difficult process. Very difficult process. For that, we should dovetail everything in Krishna's service. And dovetailing is a secret. You see? What was I saying just before this? I wanted to say a point and I forgot. Just before this I was saying something, right? Just before that. Just now about 1 minute ago I said something. No, that's still okay, that's okay. No, I was just saying that reading the books and thinking I understand everything, you see. Anyway, so many things are coming, so we have to be very careful. It is a Krishna consciousness is a very, very, very subtle and sublime process. We should not take it to be cheap. In other words, when we have come into this path, we are on the progressive path of Krishna consciousness. We have to progress. And that progress we should know. Like I said before, somebody you meet in the street, you tell him, oh, please take this book and read. And if he's reading, oh, I'm reading the book, oh, please come to our temple. Or if I'm coming to the temple, please participate in the kirtan. No, I did kirtan, is over. Please take prasadam. Okay, I took prasadam. Okay, you do some service, clean. And after some time, now I'm doing all of this. I'm chanting 16 rounds, I'm doing everything. Then what happened? Okay, you join the temple full time. Then he joins full time. Then he say, Okay, now what? No, you have to get initiated. Okay, I got first. No, you have to get second initiated. Right? Now what? Abhi to ho gaya. Nobody knows what is the next step. What is the next step? We don't. So these are not the points of progress. The point of progress is that we should actually become progressively liberated from material bondage. That's the must. A Vaishnava, if he doesn't become liberated, he cannot become a Vaishnava. That is the difference between our philosophy and Mayavadi philosophy. Mayavadi's thing, getting liberated, is the goal. But for us, getting liberated is the means. Brahma Bhuta, Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. You have to become Brahma Bhuta. You see? And how to engage in Krishna's service, everything means to change them from matter to spirit. But how can you know what is spirit if you don't know what is matter? Nasate vidyate bhavo na abhavo vidyate satah ubayor api drishtanto. Ubayor api means both. If we don't study matter along with spirit, you can never know what is spirit. It is a must. And Prabhupada says that when you engage everything in Krishna's service, you will understand the nature of matter. Very important. Just like I gave the example, suppose there is a map and you want to go to Mumbai and you are looking for Mumbai. Mumbai is here. Oh, good. Now I'll go. He says, where are you? That I don't know. If you don't know where you are, what is the use of knowing where is Mumbai? How will you use the map? So you know you have to go to Goloka, but where are you? Oh, that I don't know. No, then you cannot go. Therefore, you must know not only where to go, but where you are. Ubayorapi drishtanto. You should not only know spirit, but you should know matter. Therefore, in the Isha Upanishad it is said, Vidyamsha, Avidyamsha. You must cultivate both Vidya and Avidya. Wow! How to cultivate Avidya? I am already in Avidya. No, you are not in Avidya. You are in Ajnana. Om Ajnanatam. So there is Ajnana, there is Avidya, and there is Vidya. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is a science. Therefore, if you want to become an unalloyed devotee, on the path of becoming a pure devotee, unalloyed devotee means every Manasa deho gehe jo kichu mora arpilun tuva pade nanda kishora. Iska matlab kya hai? Not that we'll just find a nice tune and sing. Manasa deho gehe jo kichu mora arpilun tuva pade nanda kishora. This is also okay. I'm not making fun of Kirtan devotees, please, but I'm making fun of, I shall never do that. I also sing, but I know that it is a waste of time. Because I'm singing, but I don't mean it. I want to come to the platform of meaning it. There are some people, whenever they meet you, say, "Hamara ghar mein aa jaiye, thoda prasad kabhi paiye." But he never calls. Whenever he is there, I remember in Bombay there was one devotee. I spent half a year in Bombay, half a year in San Francisco, so I go back and forth. There's an institute there also. So whenever I come to India, I'll never see him. But he's a Grasta devotee, and on the last day when I'm getting in the car to go to the airport, he will come and say, "Prabhu, next time when you come, you should come to my house." Arey Baba, I was here for 6 months, kya hua? And then when I come again 6 months, then when I'm ready to leave, you'll say, "Prabhu, please come to my house and take prasad." He must have a method, he's a Vaishnava, so it's fine. But like that, I'm always telling, but I am not meaning it. Therefore, King Kulasekara is singing, "Mad janmanaha phalamidam madhu kaitaba are mad prardhaniya mad anugraha esha eva." Mukundamala Stotra. Tad britya 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 paricharaka britya britya brityasya britya iti mam anusmara lokanatha. Vare vah. And Kungulasekara was going every day to Srirangam temple, and every day he was singing one song. He was not sitting and writing. He was walking. So Majjanmanaha phalamidam madhukaitaba are. You know what I want in my life? He is telling the Lord. Majjanmanaha phalamidam madhukaitaba are. Mad prardhaniya mad anugraha esha eva. This is my prarthana, and this also should be your anugraha. I explained this before once. You follow? Are you following? You're not following? You? English? No, I'm saying that. Huh? No, but are you following what I'm saying? So he's saying in the Mukundamala that mad anugraha mat janmana phalamidam madhukaitaba mat prarthaniya. This is my prayer, and this is also you should give. Why is he saying both? Because you may pray whatever you want, but Krishna will give you what you want, not what you pray. One devotee once told me nicely that if you go to Dwaraka and go to Krishna's house, Krishna will ask you, what do you want? You want orange juice or you want lassi? And you say, I want lassi. And he'll tell Rukmini, please give him orange juice. Why? He says, no, although you said you want lassi, Krishna knows you actually want orange juice. So Krishna, I may chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But Krishna will give what we want, not what we ask for. Therefore, Mukundamala is saying, this is what I am praying, please give me this only. Even if other things are there in my heart, you forget it. Of course, there is nothing, therefore he is saying it. Mad prardhaniya mad anugraha esha. What is your desire? Tvad britya 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 paricharaka britya britya. Britya and paricharaka means servant. I am the servant of 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 servant of you. Who are you? Lokanatha. You are the master of the master of the master of the master of the master. Very beautiful view he is giving. Correct? It's like in the movies cameras go, they'll just show some deep thing and then they'll show the mountain. Everybody says. So he is showing actually, I am here, you are there, and let us keep it like that. You are always the master of the master, I am servant of the servant. How is those are their great moods. Majjanmanaha phalamidham madhukaitabare matprardhaniya madanugraha esha eva tadbritya britya paricharaka britya britya brityasya britya iti mam tadbritya britya paricharaka britya britya brityasya britya iti mam smara lokanatha. How did he get that? Wow. So music is also there. Prabhupada is writing in the first canto, Bhagavatam, that Sarigama Padanisa are devotees, pure devotees. When after instructing Vyasadeva, Narada is going, singing on his Tumburu. So Prabhupada says that Sarigama Padanisa are pure devotees, they should be engaged in his service. It's not so easy. Everything should be engaged. So they are singing. That's also to be done for Krishna. So that is extraordinary avesh. Before I can think of, telling Krishna, don't come and see me. Gopi says that is a different matter. This avesh must be there, that everything must be used in Krishna's service. Then everything gets transformed. And that is a secret that we don't know. And we also don't know that it's a secret. You see? Yesterday when the boy came, it's an important point, so I'll repeat. The boy came and he said that Prabhu, you gave a class for us the other day. I couldn't understand. Give me some book in which I can study about matter. So what book you got to study? What is it that you didn't understand? You said this car is not real. How is the car not real? So I was telling him, just like, suppose I draw a picture of the car. You see? Very nice picture. It looks like car, but it's not real car. Like that, this looks like a car, but how do you know it's a real car? It may be just an appearance. Say, but I can touch it. I can open the door, get inside. You can do all that even in a video game. You can go here, there, you can do. How do you know that this is not like that, a video game? Then he said, oh, it's a new devotee coming. So I said, yeah. Because even touching is sensed only. So I'm only by my senses I'm perceiving. Right. So I said, so you're perceiving, but you don't know what is, it may not be real. But if it is not real, then why don't I see a monkey? Why do I see a car? Why can't I imagine? No, it is not real doesn't mean you can just imagine. There is a reality which you have to see like that. This is the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 1. He's saying, Bhagavatam says that, although the world is unreal, it appears real because of you, Vasudeva. Just like land seen on water, right? Fire seen on air. They're saying, we are not to think it's Mayavadi philosophy. That's the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Mayavadi philosophy, they say similar things but differently. So they say ultimately there is no matter, only one thing, spirit. They are wrong. We say there is matter. Matter is real, but material world is false. Just like if you make a plastic apple, plastic is real, but apple is false. So matter is real, but material world is false. And therefore, this car, there is a reality. Just like in the video game, you see so many things, they are not real, but computer is real. So without reality, there cannot be illusion. So that reality which appears as car is called matter. Car is not matter. We think this is matter. No. Some matter appears as this. Then he was asking me, what is that matter? That is what Jnani is trying to understand. He said, what about the world, natural world? Trees, things, everything is false. This body, it's also false. That is what Rahugana is taught by Jadabharat. These are all made out of matter and you are unnecessarily thinking you are Palki, you are the king, somebody thinks it's Palkiwala, somebody is Palki, it's all illusion. It's a very big philosophy, it's the beginning of Vaishnava philosophy. It's all false. I said, yeah, but I said this building, I pointed to this temple, this is real. Huh? How it is real? It is made of same matter. No. This building is used for Krishna, therefore it is real. So what was unreal becomes real as soon as it's used in Krishna's service. But you don't know how it has become because you don't know unreal and you don't know real. So Mayavadis are trying to understand what is reality, but in the 5th canto Prabhupada says, devotees simply use everything in Krishna's service and make it real. Mayavadis are trying to understand whether this jug is real or not, but devotees simply fill it with water, offer it to Krishna and they are happy and they drink it. But you should not think therefore Mayavadis are fools, I am intelligent. No, we are not even as intelligent as Mayavadi, we are more fools than Mayavadi. So the Goswamis have devoted this idea of dovetailing everything in Krishna's service, by which without knowing you converted everything unreal which you didn't know to real. He was an intelligent boy, he was saying, yes, now I understand because I had this cell phone and before I used to text my girlfriends with this, I was doing all poppy things. Now I am hearing Kirtan, so it has become matter to spirit, yes. But it looks like the same cell phone. You cannot distinguish. It looks like there is no difference, but there is a difference. We must realize, I don't know how this has changed, but I'm just blindly doing. But Vasudeve Bhagavate Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha, if you actually engage in devotional service like that, Janayate Asu Jnanam Cha Vairagyam Yadahaitukam, then you will get knowledge about what is real and what is unreal. You will get Vidya and Avidya. Isn't it? If somebody never goes to school, he is in ignorance. But he goes to school, teacher gives some problem, he doesn't know how to solve, he is in avidya. At least he knows that this is a problem, I don't know how to solve it. And one who knows how to solve it is in vidya. So agyana to avidya to vidya, at least you must come to that point. So it's a great science. So it is said here that we have to go from our current position to serving the Lord through the internal devotees headed by Srimati Radharani, represented by Gadadhar, who is the expansion of Srimati Radharani. But to go to that process, Prabhupada says, you should become, out of many, many karmis, one becomes acquainted with Vedic knowledge, becomes jnani. And out of many, many jnanis, one becomes a yogi. Out of many, many yogis, one becomes liberated. And out of many, many liberated souls, hardly one is pure. Manishanam sahasreshu kaschidati. I was thinking something is going on my neck. Like that. Something was going either. I was thinking what it was. You follow? But then I didn't want to take that Garland out. So, what was I saying just now? After that I said something. Manushyanam Saraswati. Just like in Delhi, how many people are there, population? 1 crore? 1.5 crores. Right? 1.5 crores, 150 lakh people. Out of 150 lakh people, how many do you think have a BA degree or BE degree, MBBS? All the 150 lakh? No. Everybody is working, taking money, enjoying, karmis. Out of that, some people have studied. Maybe 20 lakh, maybe 50 lakhs. 50 lakh people. May not be, but let's go 50. So out of that, how many have got master's degree in Delhi? It may come down. Maybe 5 lakhs. Out of that 5 lakh, how many got PhD? Maybe 10,000 people in Delhi. Maybe 50,000 maximum PhDs in Delhi. Out of those PhDs, how many are professors? Maybe few hundred, 500,000. Out of the 1,000, how many got Nobel Prize? Not even one. Not even one. Like that, Krishna says, from karmi to jnani to yogi to mukti, even mukta. So out of them, hardly one knows me. Nobel Prize. So that is like Nobel Prize, and to reach that is very, very difficult, and you have to strike your own path. Simply saying, no, I am following, sir, ours is not aroha, ours is avaroha. All that will not work. So Prabhupada himself said, you have to fly your own plane. You know? You have to fly your own plane. A group of planes are going. There's a commander for the group. There's a main person, main pilot. But if one pilot gets problem, he can only give advice. You got to save yourself. So don't think that this is Gumbalodu Govinda. I will just go on doing everything with everybody and suddenly something will happen. Nothing will happen unless you strive. You have to work. You have to strike your own path. As soon as people see you, they should know this devotee stands for this service which is unique. That doesn't mean, simply that we don't do, oh, you are giving me Bhagavad Gita. No, give me some other book. I want to be unique. I want to distribute some other. No. Give me Adi Lila chapter such as CC. I will distribute that. Not like that. But uniqueness comes from the rasa that is developed. It's a great process, and that process begins by becoming liberated. If you are not liberated, don't touch 10th canto. So we can read about Gadadhar Pandit, but how can we know? If somebody tells you in the Brahmacharya ashram new devotee has come, you can go try to find out. Somebody says new prime minister has come. How does it matter to you, old prime minister, new prime minister? You don't know both. So we can know something about matter, but Gadadhar Pandit, Advaita Acharya, kya farak padta hai hum log ko? We don't know anybody. We must be like that. So we can read, but we should know that therefore Prabhupada is giving. There is a process. The process begins by first becoming completely free from the propensity to use matter for our own purposes. So we are in that process given by the Goswamis, and who have followed Lord Chaitanya, and Srila Prabhupada is following them, and he has given us a process by engaging everything in Krishna's service. We make matter into spirit, but we must know that I know neither matter nor spirit. So somehow I am just given a process by which I am doing it, but I must somehow from within actually realize that rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Although I am engaging in this service, still the rasa is there to enjoy matter. Therefore, even though I am doing, I am not free. But param drishtva, when I actually get the higher taste, and that higher taste begins by first learning what is matter. If you know what is matter, it will be amazing, and you can be able to actually renounce. Like I gave the example, there is a bag full of 1,000 rupee notes, 75 crores in a bag in the street. Wow, everybody will take it. Even devotee will take it. He'll say, let me use it for Krishna. But suppose you learn it is counterfeit, nakli. Then you know I better not touch it, because if I use it, I'll get into trouble. Government can catch me if I go and give nakli 100,000 rupee note and they catch it. That's correct. Therefore, dovetailing is one thing. But when we have the material desires, it means I think 75 crores is on the street, nobody is watching. Inside, so many things are there. Why? Because I don't know it is nakli. I think it is real, like the real money. So somebody is giving me, the temple president gave me 500 rupees, go and buy some potatoes for Sunday feast. I'm going. So I'm using the 500 rupees for Krishna service. But I saw this nakli, 75 crores, and I want to use it. I'm attracted to it. That's wrong. Therefore, you must have attachment to Krishna, Vishesha Raga, but we must also have Vairagya, Vita Raga. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha, Siddhadi Muni Ruchyate. Therefore, we must actually know both. And if you know it is counterfeit, you will never touch it. Like that, when you understand these objects of the world, here everything is spiritual outside, these are all not asli but nakli. Oh, you will never bother for them. But if it is nakli, then why should I bother? But Krishna is so kind, he says, even though it's nakli, you use it in my service, it will become asli. Then we engage it happily in Krishna. So our dovetailing everything in Krishna's service will increase when we actually understand matter. That is why Bhagavatam Sankhya is there. And Sankhya cannot be just understood by mental speculation. Mind, intelligence, false ego, Prabhu, three gunas. What? Three gunas. What do you know about three gunas? No, Prabhu, Rajaguna, Samaguna. No, you don't know. And you are such a fool that you don't even know you don't know. Three gunas are 26 levels above. You have not even seen Panchabhuta. Bhumi, Rapo, Anala, Vayu. You are seeing wood, you are seeing cloth, you are seeing glass. How you can see Panchabhuta? And you can't see Panchabhuta and you are talking about three gunas. What kind of a fool are you? And I give big lectures also on top of it. Not only I am a fool, but I also give big lectures. Do not be in Rajaguna and Tamaguna. You come to Sattaguna. Arey baap re baap. This also I don't know that all, but lagao, kuch bhi lagao. Is it? Are you following what I am saying? Or no? We don't even know that we don't know. Kitna bada class, lamba class I am giving. My God. And not only that, when somebody comes and says, Prabhu, nice class you gave. Thank you. Therefore, Chaitanya, Sanatana Goswami told Lord Chaitanya, I am such a fool that I don't know anything, but people tell me I am a scholar, so that means they also don't know anything. On top of it, I believe it. I think I am a scholar. Oh, Prabhu, nice class you gave. Yes, nice class. Thank you. I am such fool, number one. I don't know what is what. So, Krishna consciousness is not so simple. How to understand matter? So, we must understand that I am in a situation worse than Gyanis. Me, not about you all. I am such a fool, number one, that I can't even understand this world is unreal. I think the world is real. You follow? I think the world is real. Only thing is, instead of using it for me, I will use it for Krishna. We don't know that the world is unreal, and when I use it for Krishna, it becomes real. And in that process, if I don't understand how it is unreal, I will continue to like it, even though I am doing devotional service. Prabhu, I gave so many nice lectures, but still inside though, nothing is changing. Why? So if you are interested in actually advancing in Krishna consciousness, not Gumbalod Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, and you also say, okay, pata nahi, everybody was saying, I also say. No. If you say, why did you say Govinda? Instantly you should give some realization. Oh, I was just thinking Govinda is like that, how great he is. That's what that Sriranga Brahmana said. He was crying. So Prabhupada said, devotee means, sannyasi is said, but devotee means sannyasi. You don't have to be separately sannyasi. I was in Mayapur, standing behind a table, and one Ukrainian devotee came, and he was trying to look behind the table. I know why he was doing so. I told him, I'm only brahmachari, you don't have to give me obeisances. He wanted to see how was my dhoti at the back, should he give you obeisance or not, he is deciding. I said this before. So that is like that. No. Kiba vipra kiba nyasi, Sudra keno nai, Jai Krishna tattva veti, say Guru hoy. So you have to actually become knowledgeable about Krishna. It has nothing to do with becoming brahmachari or sannyasi or anything. I'm going to say some other point I forgot anyway. So you can go on like that, but we must realize that Krishna consciousness means I must progress from where I am to the next step. If I don't know where I am and if I don't know where I am going, no good. So it's a great process. And if you want to actually progress, there is no other alternative than to realize that I am dovetailing everything in Krishna's service so that what is nakli becomes asli. But I must understand when I don't use it for Krishna, how it is nakli. If I don't understand that, I'll get attracted. So if you think it is real, but instead of using for me, I will use for Krishna, that's good. But it's not as good as knowing it is unreal, and only when I use it for Krishna, it becomes real, otherwise I shall not touch it. That is Vairagya. It is different from the Mayavadi philosophy, which says it is unreal, but they don't understand. Just one last point I'll give. Just like suppose you don't know what is called It's called flash drive. What is it called? MP3 player. Suppose you don't know what is an MP3 player, and I tell you, pick up the MP3 player. You are looking. I don't know what is MP3 player. Where is it? I don't know. Pick up the MP3 player. Suppose you also don't know what is a cell phone. So if I tell you pick up the MP3 player, you are in ignorance. Suppose you also don't know what is cell phone, and I say, pick it up, it is not the cell phone, or pick it up, it is next to the cell phone. Am I giving you any additional information? Will it help you? Because you don't know cell phone also. So next to cell phone it is there, but if I just don't know, so like that, I say, Prabhupada is saying, Krishna is saying, it's spirit, you are not matter. Suppose he says spirit. I don't know what is spirit. It is not matter, but I don't know what is matter. So even though I say I am not matter, I am spirit, I don't know what I am speaking. Even though I say I am not the body, I am soul, I don't know soul, I also don't know body. Somebody asked me once, how can I see the soul? I said, have you seen the body? Body is different from this. It's a science. I can't teach all that. I would like to. Nobody is interested. So you should know. Suppose last point, one more point. So we criticize science, which I should say because I have got field of scientific preaching. People criticize science. Oh, scientists are fools. But you don't know what is science. You have not studied science, but everybody says, oh, science are fools. Everybody says. It is all nonsense, Another nice nonsense that's going on. You don't know what it's just like. Suppose somebody is a poor chess player. How can you say he is a poor chess player if you don't know what is chess? I don't know what is chess, but he doesn't play chess. No, unless you know chess, you cannot criticize he's playing it badly. So Prabhupada knows science. Therefore he can criticize. How does Prabhupada, the modern material science, he knows. How do you know? Because in third canto he writes, this verse is the potential basis of great modern scientific research work. How did he know? I'm doing work on that for 35 years and slowly I'm finding. So Prabhupada knows. Don't think he doesn't know. Physics, chemistry, everything he knows perfectly. I know that. I've experienced it. So if you don't know what is science, how can you criticize science? But we all think Prabhupada said scientists are fools, I'll also say. No. And scientists, so if you want to understand Krishna, last point, third last point. If you want to know who is Krishna, he says, I am everything, Vasudevam Sarvamiti. So this is also Krishna. How do I know? So this answer that I use it for Krishna, it will become Krishnaized. It's all right. You don't know, that's why. You don't know that it's nakli. So in order to understand this is Krishna, I must first understand this is not matter. To understand this is not matter, I have to first understand this is not table. That's why it is nakli. It's appearing like table. Its reality is Krishna. And scientists know that much. Scientists know this is not table. This is not an object. That much they have found out through their science. They may say something else that is not Krishna. They'll say it is a collection of atoms vibrating. That's okay. That may be right or wrong. But they have figured out that this is not real. And they are convinced that there is matter which is real. Therefore, they are better than Mayavadis. Mayavadis think there is no matter. There is only spirit. Sarvam Kalavidam Brahmam. But scientists, they may not, and the Mayavadis also don't accept Krishna. Scientists also may not accept Krishna, but unlike Mayavadis, they accept there is matter. That is perfect according to Bhagavatam. They are convinced there is matter and it appears as all these things. And they have scientifically also now proved it, and it's a big thing that's happening. And we are using that to show what is real matter. So scientists are 50% right. They are not. So you must know how they are right before you know how they are wrong. So then you will know Krishna consciousness is a science. So it's a big process. So today is Gadadhar Pandit's appearance day. So we can pray, oh Gadadhar Pandit, I am so full, number one, that I am worse than Mayavadi. At least Mayavadis know what is Nakli. I don't even know what is Nakli. I think this is real. But you are so kind that as associate of Lord Chaitanya, you have given us a method by which I can use this, what I think is real in Krishna's service. But in the process, let me actually become fully free of material influence by knowing that it is Nakli. And in that way, I will become unalloyed devotee. And I will always serve, even though in the material world, I will always use everything for Krishna. And that's enough for me. I'm not qualified to come to you, but at least that much you tell. Right? That's the meaning of Lord Chaitanya praying for us. Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Rahaituki Tvai. It's a very deep point. It's not just that, we'll stay in the material world and be in Maya. Any questions or comments? Wow. Nice class I gave. On the whole, I gave a nice class. Yes. Right. That is why Prabhupada said, not only you should be independent, but thoughtfully independent. That's what you have to figure out. Kaisa? Yes. No, this independence really, that is why Prabhupada said managers also, they have a great responsibility to engage everybody without destroying anybody's individual enthusiasm. Utsahan. That utsaha is individuality. Correct? Utsahan, dhairyat, nishchayat. So that utsaha is individuality. That can never be put down. But more importantly, we should know that at least I feel every day today, I'm full number one, but I go and give big class. Therefore, in the class, if I can make it clear I'm full number one, it's a useful class. So people can understand, oh, even though he is there for 35 years, he is still full. Oh, we better be careful. That's also a contribution. I don't have to show I'm a great person. Not necessary. That's what I'm saying. It's a very difficult process. But the point is, you can actually know. We cannot be individual. Again, see, the problem is that it is also correct that people will say, authorities, no, you are saying utsaha, but it's your mental speculation, Prabhu. That may be true too. So this utsahan is something else. When that utsaha comes, nobody can stop you. It's like breathing. Can the temple commander tell you, Prabhu, you are speculating, don't breathe? Even if he said, he cannot stop it. So that utsahan will
flow like anything. But we have to be fortunate. There is one reason, fundamental reason, why we don't understand these things. There is a reason. I know it, but I can't say it. If I say it, everybody will get up and leave. It's a fact. That is how much Shraddha we don't have. But we think we have Shraddha. If I told you exactly how to become enthusiastic, how to fly your own plane, instantly you will reject what I say. Therefore, it looks like I'm saying something, but actually this is not what I want to say. What I want to say is something else. Time pass ke liye I'm just saying. These are, of course, I don't no longer give standard classes. Gadadhar Pandit is a 15th shaka of this and that, and Gadadhar Pandit once was actually going with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, I don't. You follow? But even this is really not what I want to say. Even though this looks nice, this is time pass, now waste of time. The real thing I want to say, I can't say. People will throw cold samosa at me. At least if it is hot, I can eat it. Cold samosa. So I say other things. I'm waiting for a day I can speak real philosophy. If I open my mouth, that's it. All of you will say, oh, it's bogus. So at least this much I'm thoda. At least this is also an important point, that we are dovetailing everything in Krishna's service, therefore it becomes asli. But it was nakli. And if I don't know that, mere dovetailing will be simply sentiment. And it will go away. One day I won't dovetail something. I see something, I'll keep it for myself. It happens. It's called fall down, and the people say like this. It happens. You follow what I'm saying? We'll stop here. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shri Gadadhar Pandit ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna. Thank you.